What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Naruto MG back here with another banger for you guys. Once again, if you guys don't know already, the market house is absolutely crashed still to this day. I mean, it was worse on the weekend. It's recovering a little bit, but it's still very much so crashed. So I'm going to be going over 5 cards that you can currently invest in right now that is going to make you a lot of MT starting when the new season comes out. Right now there's super packs, so there's an influx. Let me not even try to say that word, bro. There's a lot more there's a lot more cards because people are pulling super packs, right? I couldn't even say that word, bro. That's so bad. I ain't cutting that out either, bro. There's a lot of cards, so that means a lot of cards are being put out. They're being put out for cheaper. People just trying to make quick MT. But if you guys don't know exactly how the auction house works, there's an influx of cards. They go really low, and then once they're out of the pack market, they're gonna start rising slowly. So when they're low, you invest in those cards when the stock is low. Then you're gonna buy them, you're gonna sell them when they're much higher. I talked about a video earlier talking about how to become a MyTeam Millionaire. This is basically how you become a MyTeam Millionaire. If you're smart enough to do it, you know what to do, bro. Before I do get in the video though, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I've been showing so much love recently during this all-star event, so make sure y'all boys subscribe. We're almost at 3K subscribers, bro. We're almost there. We're like 250 away, bro. So if y'all watching the video and you enjoying the content, subscribe to your boy, man. Let's get to 3K, bro. Also, I do want to shout out my boy Lord Bounce for saying your ski under the last video. If you want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, comment your ski down below right now, and hey, I could shout you out. Who knows? I got a lot of people inviting me, bro. Respectfully, I'm offline too. Like, how am I offline and people are still inviting me? That's crazy. I'm gonna give you a handful. I'm gonna give you like 5 cards that I would say you guys can invest in, but there's a lot of cards you guys could invest in to make a lot of MT. So this is basically what I've found out from this whole year, because I've done the same thing all year and make consistent MT. So these are the type of cards that you guys should be looking to invest in, right? I'm gonna give you guys a quick explanation. For me, I wait until super packs. I think what cards are very good budget cards, right? And usually are on salary cap teams and people love them. That's what I usually look for. Cheap cards that are budgetish that are really good. So that's usually what I try to look for in terms of who I invest in. Household names help, and those are the people I usually do invest in. Secondly, if I think a card is so good for their price, I have to pick them up. Like, I think if you're like very cheap, like, I think you're too, like, you have to be picked up, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the basis of who I look at when I do try to buy cards. But enough talking, bro. Let's go through it. Let's talk about the guys. I'll give you guys 5 people. These are my probably 5 biggest. I'm not gonna lie, I'm giving out the sauce this video, bro. So if y'all not liking the video, like it up, because I'm literally giving away my own investments that I have invested in, bro. So, and I'm gonna show y'all like 3 weeks later how much I made. I made a lot of MT. Let's start at number 5 though. We're gonna start at number 5. Start at number 5. One of the guys, he's not too expensive, but I think he will go up somewhat because I think he's just a very solid card all around. I'm gonna go with Jaime, Jaquez, the pink diamond. A lot of those all-star cards are probably gonna go up in price. I'm not gonna lie. You could probably invest in any of those and they're probably going to go up, most likely. I like to go with Jaime because if you look at his price, he's like 6K. I'm not gonna lie, he's too good to be 6K. Like, you could buy all these and I guarantee you he's gonna go at least up to 10K. Like, if you buy a handful of those, like, you're gonna make MT, plain and simple. I literally probably invested 300-400K MT into cards because I know my team is super stacked. Like, I have a god squad, so like I don't really need MT, I ain't gonna lie. So I could just sit here and invest in cards and make passive MT. Like, and I like Jaime too because you could sit on the filter and you could get a lot of these for like under 5K. Because people are just throwing them up. People don't really care for them. You can just sit on this filter, make a lot of MC. But he's going for like 6K, man. So I'm telling you, if he goes up to like 10, 12K even, like, you're going to make MC. And you see that. The filter pretty active. Anything under 6K, like, I'm going to buy. I feel like that's a good price for Jaime Jaquez. And that's not just Jaime. There's a lot of other cards in that all-star set that you can invest in. I like to invest in cards that are kind of like lower tier. or cost lower. So like Jaime is 6k. I'm not going, even if he does, let's say he doesn't make a lot of profit, let's say he sells to 8k, like I'm not really gonna lose a lot of profit off of it, you know? Like I'm not going, it's not like, oh, I invested so much MT, like, and then I got screwed. Like it's not that much. Like 6k, I don't really care too much about 6k. But on the other end, like let's say he goes up to like 15k, I mean, but I make 10k profit off of each one damn near. So I think it's worth the investment. I think it's a low risk, high reward type of investments. And those are really what I look for. I look for low risk, high investments. Are you very, very cheap? And then I just buy you, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're cheap, I'm probably gonna buy you, bro. I'm probably gonna buy you. So this is probably gonna be my number 5 on the list. I'm not trying to give away all my people, but that's just one guy who I did like. Next up, this is kind of a 2 for 1 because I think they're both very, very good. We're gonna go not sweetness, sorry guys. We're going to go Showstoppers, and we're gonna go 2 for 1. I think Jeff Green and DeMar Carroll are just 2 guys who are super, super good. I think eventually salary cap, these guys can be really good. You look at DeMar Carroll, another one, he's about 5k, 6k. Like if you sell in the filter and you get a bunch of them for like 5k, I'm taking that. Like this is all below 5k, I'm taking both of those because I know I'm gonna make profit off of those. They're way too cheap. And the thing about this is like these cards are, there's a lot of them because there's super packs out, but when super packs are out or out of the market, they're gonna go up because you can already look, there's not too many DeMar Carrolls. Like there's a good amount, but there's not OD. So if I'm buying these guys for like 5k, right, when there's like not a lot of them and he's semi-rare, he's gonna go up to 10-15k easily. I know he's going to. So I'm not mad at buying this. I know I'm probably going to make some type of profit off of this. I'm spending all my MT. I don't really care because my investments are OD and I know I'm going to make investments, so I'm not worried. So DeMar Carroll is another one. You can invest in him. He's a little bit rarer, so you kind of have to sit on the filter and hope that he pops up somewhat often. But I do like him. Also in this set, I want to go with Jeff Green. I think Jeff Green has what, 29 badges. Like I ain't gonna lie, you're probably not gonna find a much better small forward for cheaper. You're really not. I think he's probably the best one, honestly. And he's around 10k. You're not finding, like, how many guys in the game that have 29 total badges and they're around 10k? There's not many guys like that. So I think for 10k, I think once again you could see his price go up. There's not a whole bunch of them. I mean, there's a good amount, but it's not OD. He's not one I really love to invest in as much. You could still make profit off him. I think he's gonna go up to about 20k ish, but he's like 9k. So like I like to look for ones that are like 5-6k and then they go up to 15 because that's just easier profit, you know. You just cut the margins out, as you know, because y'all know what I'm trying to say, bro. So I like both of these options both here. They're both in the same set, so I think they're both pretty cool options. So I'm going to go with that for number 4. For number 3, we're going to go to Sweetness, another 2 that I'm going to double up, Kwame Brown and Luol Deng. Kwame Brown, once again, really good power forward, great player, but good jump shot. But another guy, he's about like 10-15 ish k, so like you gotta invest a lot. But you could see like before, like on Friday, this guy was like 6k, 7k. He already is going up to about 13k. So you see the auction house is rising. If I invested on Friday, I would have made a lot more MT. I just didn't. But it's another guy you could invest in. I like to say Luol Deng is better because once again, y'all see 5k. He's 5k, he's very cheap. And once again, there's not a lot of Luol Dengs. The 5k, like 5k. Like he's very cheap. He's very cheap. He's going to go up in price. He's not very expensive, so I don't mind investing 5k into some of these cars. Like I'm probably gonna buy a couple of these. 5,300. I'm not mad at that. Another good 2 investments. I really do like both of those cars. You can really do your thing and hoop out with them. Now we are going to number 2. Another double investment, man. Another double investment. I think one is better than the other personally, but still a good investment. We're gonna go Hunt for Glory, and we're gonna go both of these amethysts. We're gonna go with Trey Murphy. I think Trey Murphy's a pretty solid amethyst. He's about like 4k. I like these. Oh, he's so cheap. Oh, I'm stacking up. I'm sorry, I'm stacking up. He's 2k, y'all. And 2k, you have to buy this. I'm guarantee you he's gonna go up in price. This is too, he's one of these cards I like to say he's too low to not, like, he can only go up. For 2k for an amethyst who's really good shot creator, 17 badges, he's so good. For that price, you have to invest, you have to buy. Like for 2k, I'm buying all these. Everyone I see for that price, 3k, I'm buying that. That's just still a steal. 1k, buying that. 2,500, buying that. I'm buying everything. I'm clearing the market. All me. That's all me. And I guarantee you guys, once again, it's going to go up in 2 weeks. We're going to look again, and this price is going to go up. Even 3K, I'm taking that. I'm taking that. I think that's just way too cheap for a good amethyst card. I think strictly salary cap, because when salary cap comes around, people are going to want cards to use. So, I mean, there's only one way to get the cards. You got to buy them, and to buy them, they're going to go up. They're going to go up in price. So I think he's a really good card to invest in. Again, Trey, I think he's really good for that price. I just bought the whole market. So if you've seen the video now, sorry, I definitely did. But another card I really do like, even 3K, I don't mind that, bro. I think that's really good. And then the better one of this set too, Naz Reid. Naz Reid is probably the best budget big man for this price. I'm not gonna lie. Like, once again, we go to salary cap. Salary cap, he's going to be a hooper because there's not many good salary big man. I was investing a lot in this card. Like, if you go in my auction house, yo, I have like so many cards in here. But if you go in my auction house, like, you could look, bro. Like, I mean, you see how many Naz Reids I got. Like, I got a lot, bro. I got a lot. I've been investing. So we're gonna do that. Last, but this is like a throw-in. I was investing in a lot of Bilal Coulibaly's. If you guys just looked at my auctions, you guys can see the problem with Bilal. He went up in price. So he was around like 10-ish K during this weekend. So once again, he's another one of those cards. I just think he's way too good to be going for 12K. Like, I can, if he went up to, like, he's already going up. Like, look how much he's already going up. He's already going up so much. He's 18K. He's 18K already, man. So that just goes to show you, like, he was going for 10K. He's already up to 17K. He's going to keep on rising, man. He's going to keep on rising. I don't think this is a card too much to invest in now, because I think his price is too high. Not too high. He's still, like, the best option. The still best. Oh my gosh, he's still the best budget player right now. So if you're playing with him, he's a great price, but to invest in, he's kind of too high for me to invest in. So I really want to do it. But when he was like 10K, I was investing in a lot of Bilal's because he's too good. And you guys all know Bilal Ruby was tough. So now we got a pink diamond. Like, you guys know, invest in him. He's way too good to be 10K. He's not gonna stay at 10K. So he's kind of one of those cards you guys just gotta have to know, like, he's way too good to be for that price. So invest in him. He's one of those cards. Last but not least, we're gonna go with my favorite investment. I got a lot of these. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, number one, he's a household name. We all know we all know who Kawhi Leonard is, number one. Number two, he's probably the best lockdown budget guy in the game. And once again, he goes for a cheap price. He's not going for too much. I was investing in him when he was like 5-6K. When he first came out, but in super packs, he was very cheap. Yes, he has went up in price. Now he's about 7K. But even 7K, I still think this is a pretty good price. Personally, I think I wouldn't be surprised if he went up to 12-13K. And 12-13K, you're still gonna make pretty good margins, man. You're still gonna make pretty good margins. So I'll buy all these that's under 7K. But a lot of these cards, you can sit on the filter and just sit here and snipe. Just sit here, sit on the filter. People are still pulling super packs, so you could just sit here, refresh, keep refreshing. I think the all-star filter is gonna be way more active. So like a Jaime, I think is gonna be way more active. A Bilal is probably going to be way more active. Just a couple of cards that you could sit on and just invest in. Like, this is 65. Like, you see, they're still popping up. They're still pretty much popping up. So you could sit on these filters and do it, man. And these are not the only cards. I'm not saying these are the only cards you invest in. There's so many cards that you guys can invest in. There's so many cards. There's so many cards, especially these all-star cards, because I think they're pretty much all going to go up. I think some are better than others. So like, even like a Brandon Miller. Like, I feel like Brandon Miller, let's see what's his price going for. I see 12K, I see 11K, so he's probably going for around, yeah, he's under 10K. So like, even a Brandon Miller, you can invest in Brandon Miller. I think he's still a really good card, and he's probably going to go up in price. Like, for 8K, I don't think that's, like, he can only go up from 8K. That's so cheap. So like, honestly, you could sit on this filter, the all-star filter. Certain ones I would just buy, man. Like, Brandon Miller is a really good option. I think he's a really good card. Even like Draymond, you could probably sit on this filter and play with Draymond. I mean, Draymond's not the best, but he got 28 badges. You're not going to find another card that has, you know, that's 8K with 29 badges. Invest into him. I think he's a really good one. I'm trying to look at other people. Leonard Miller, bro. I mean, he's what, a 6'10 small forward. I mean, 6'10 small forward, 25 badges. I think he's really good. Invest in Tristan Da Silva, good power forward. Like, you guys get the gist. There's a lot of cards that are very, very good that you guys can invest in. You just have to think, what are some really cards that are really good but are super, super cheap? Like, that price, there's no way, man. There's no way he has to go up. And just invest into them, though. I gave you guys 5 of my investments. I hope you guys enjoy the content, because I literally give away my own investments, and we could come back 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later to this video and see the prices and see if I'm right or wrong. I'll bet you money I'm gonna be right. I know the prices are going to go up, but you guys can just see my thought process behind investing into cards. And this is basically how you're going to make passive MT. Just like in real life, you gotta find a way to make passive money. This is way how you make passive MT. Invest into cards when they're low, save onto them, hold on to them for like 2-3 weeks, sell them when they're at their high point, and you make a lot of MT. Go cash in on your investments, go make that moolah, go make that MT, because you know MT is hard to get around these days, man. So y'all know what y'all gotta do, man. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I gave you guys my own sauce, my own investment, so I really hope you guys are loving it. I hope you guys are subscribing and liking. I love y'all boys. I'll see y'all at the next video, man. Yes, sirski.